Papi.
Papi, papi,
Papi chulo. Papi, papi, papi.
Thing at me.
Hey, I'm Zainab.
And I'm Mia.
And welcome to another episode of Sprinkles and Spice.
And in the club,
we all fam. Mahad Gharib. So guess what we're doing today? We're airing out our dirty laundry. Because we're all family.
Yeah.
There are no secrets.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready, honestly.
I was like, this is gonna be what everyone's always want to see. Everyone's always like, "Do you guys beef? We love beef.
Do we beef? Do we beef?
We get into real arguments.
Hold on, do you not remember that episode? We actually talked about it in the episode where we were like, oh, before this, we're actually beefing. I think people thought we were joking.
She was crying in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom crying. I was sitting here being like, oh my God, I just can't do this. It's like 10 a.m. I'm not ready for this. Oh my God,
yeah.
All right.
No, it was before my trip to the US. We were beefing. But you know what? I love that we can beef, but
we can get over it.
We can get over it and we still have love. Like even when we're beefing, it's not like I'm never going to talk to her ever again. It's like
No, I can't not talk to you ever again.
That's my sister. I'm annoyed with her right now. I just don't want to be around her, but I love her.
I can't actually not talk to you ever again. It wouldn't work. First of all, you know too much.
I mean, I talk to you way too much for me to not talk to you.
Yeah.
It'll be just a whole lifestyle change. I feel like I'm going to be like an addict, in withdrawal.
Yeah, and something happens. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to dissect this.
I'm like, Mia!
I have to dissect this with Zainab. We have to discuss. And it's like, who am I going to discuss this with? Who's going to want to talk about the same thing over and over? And change the point of view about it. Okay, but we're going to discuss it from this lens
Literally,
now.
I know this is the 100th time that we've talked about this, but do we have a different take on it?
Sometimes I don't. And then sometimes you're discussing it and you're like, do you have nothing to say? I'm like, I actually don't.
Sometimes we just say the same things. Yeah. We have the same takes, but we just love talking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can have that with anyone else. I don't think anyone would be interested to talk about these things.
I think people would be like, are you done talking? We've talked about this before already. And then even when I'm done talking, I'm okay with listening. I'm like, I'm done with the conversation now on my side, but I'll hear about it.
But she's like, babe, let it out.
Go off.
I know this is the 1,000th time that you've said this.
Go off.
Just go off. Go off.
All right, are you ready?
Let's start with a little bit of
pop culture.
What's happening right now?
Pop culture in your life, it was your birth week. I'm saying birth week because you had a whole week of celebration.
I mean, it's your birth week now. By the time this episode comes out, it's going to be the day after your birthday. Everybody wish Mia a happy birthday in the comments. I better see happy birthday
in the
Mia comments.
We all. Yeah, I'm actually not even going to celebrate. Oh my God, you guys. I have my big bag here. I'm flying out to Riyadh for some
bag.
my big juicy bag here. I'm flying out to Riyadh for some conference thing. And then I return on the day of my birthday and I return late. So I'm not going to celebrate it fully on the day of. But I'm going to see you. You're picking me up from the airport.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm picking you up with a sign.
Yeah. A banner like, happy birthday, Mia. Happy birthday, you big fat loser.
No, I wouldn't call you a loser, especially after you come back from a conference.
I'm a serious supporter.
I'd be like, get the bag, mama, get the bag.
In her bag era. But yeah, your birth week was special.
It was cute, yeah.
We kicked it off with a dinner. I decided it was a sophisticated dinner is what you wanted.
Sophisticated dinner, yeah.
Sophisticated now.
Yeah, I was like, nothing too crazy. I want a fancy dinner. It was cute. Nothing too crazy, actually, honestly. It's not my craziest birthday.
No, but it didn't feel like it was the vibe this year.
It was a weird vibe this year.
It was a calm and sophisticated dinner vibe.
Yeah.
But then your after celebrations also felt quite sophistication. I love saying sophisticated.
Yeah, her new favorite word is sophisticated.
Elevated.
It was one of those where I was like, it's not really a special birthday. I'm pushing 40.
Is this the third episode in a row where you've literally said, I'm pushing 40? You're so sophisticated for that.
I'm so sophisticated, you guys. No, I'm looking forward to my 40s. Not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to what it's gonna do to my body because already my body is suffering.
Body,
No,
yada,
no,
yada,
that's a
yada,
lie.
yada,
Actually,
yada. You're great. What are you talking about?
um, but yeah, it was a very like reflective time for me. Like it was the first birthday where I was like, huh, like I felt emotion. I was a bit emotion.
Well, Mercury's in retrograde also. Let's talk about that for a second.
Isn't that crazy that Mercury's in retrograde
For both our
around the time?
birthdays?
Yeah, for both our birthdays.
Crazy.
It's wild.
Do you think Sabrina's going to take Barry back?
Oh, hold up. Okay. So everybody knows that apparently he cheated on her with this TikToker. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
And-
She's another blonde girly.
But a lot of people are like, she's rage baiting, like because she's been reposting the TikToks about the breakup that he cheated on Sabrina Carpenter with her.
What is her name?
I forgot her name.
God.
But basically, they're like, oh, it might not be true. But I'm pretty sure he cheated because I saw another TikTok where there was a blind item or something. Someone was like, he's cheated on her before, but she's taken him back. But
they're on and off, are they not?
here's the thing. I think this is what happens when you give a medium ugly guy a chance. He starts to think that he's a 10.
Yes. Honestly, yes. Like I know he's everyone's here. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people is like, okay, he's may hear me out. I'm not hearing anyone out. Like, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, if he walked past you in a dark alley, you'd be stressed.
Everybody knew. Like when you see that couple, you're not like, oh, like she's punching up. Is it punching up?
It's punching.
Yeah.
Whenever I think a guy is punching, the girl always ends up regretting it. Like, because he's punching quite a lot, I think, personally. Like, I think Sabrina's gorgeous. Like, from the hair to the looks, the makeup, it's just, she's a cute girlie.
Of course.
And she made him hotter.
Definitely, 100%. Speaking of cheaters and cheating, have you heard about Ariana Grande cheating with Jim Carrey? Apparently her and Jim Carrey have been hooking up like on and off for the past few years, like even when she was in her last relationship. Okay, first of all, the age gap.
She's obsessed with him.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think she's always said that she loves him. Like she has like a really huge like celebrity crush or admiration for him. So I wouldn't be shocked. I think on Jim's side, he's weird.
I mean, she, like I said, like she's known for going after guys who are already in very open and public relationships. And then when she gets the guy, she'll just get bored and move on to the next. But I don't know, with Jim Carrey, like it's weird. It's like if you guys have been on and off for this long, why not just end up together? Why do you think
I think the internet would cancel them both because of the age gap.
Babe,
I do.
Babe, like, yeah, I mean, more than the shit that she's done, like, you don't think Ariana, like, Yani is past the point of redeeming herself and she's still not canceled? Like, I don't know.
I don't know because also, like, let's face it, at the end of the day, it's Hollywood.
I don't think dating Jim Carrey would be the worst thing that she's done, TBH.
Honestly, I think it would make her so relevant.
I think so too.
But I think people would be weirded out, babe. Because look at him now. Like he looks
he's
rough.
He's rough. He definitely looks rough. Something else I want to talk about. So the Khloe Kardashian and Black China feud has been revived. Well, not Black China, Black China's mom, Tokyo Toni.
So random. Like we're beefing with a grandma. But she's not a normal grandma. Her first of all, Tokyo Toni is an insane name. I don't think we paused enough on that. People don't make a big deal enough. Tokyo Toni?
Tokyo Toni.
How did you come up with that?
So basically, somebody commented on Chloe's video or a post of her on Thanksgiving, and they were like, how do you feel celebrating Thanksgiving while Tokyo Toni is doing charity? So she was giving out gifts and food and whatever, I think, to the less fortunate. And Chloe, like, rebutted with like some lame ass response. And now Tokyo Toni is dragging the entire family,
the
Kardashian clan. She is dragging them, airing out tea, and it's just so fun to watch, and it's so messy, and I'm here for it. Anytime someone's dragging the Kardashians, I'm down.
You know, I will say something. As much as people love to drag them, Guys, they're so entertaining. Like, really, they are. Like, I can't tell you the last time it is that I've watched the show, but I remember the first seasons. I loved the first season. I love that show. I love that
Do you think
dynamic.
they're still relevant now? I don't know if they're relevant anymore, honestly.
Not in the same way, because now they're not as relatable, right? So why do we love
Yeah.
them? Because they were a relatable family, because now they're way too rich. I think now that's why they all have their own brands, because that's how they can keep up with their lifestyle.
Yeah.
By selling something. So like Courtney's like into her wellness stuff. Kim has Skims. Like Kylie still has her cosmetics line. Like that's how they sustain money. Because when you watch the show, like it's not relatable. That's why I don't watch anymore. I'm like, okay, like it's nice background noise, but what is this? Like you're fighting over a Dolce & Gabbana campaign? Who cares?
One last thing before we get into the episode.
Before we get into ripping each other into thread.
Exactly. Spotify Wrapped came out this week, and obviously we've been seeing everybody's Spotify Wrapped. Mine, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not too impressed with mine. I don't feel like it's.
Tell us your Spotify Wrapped for people who don't know.
My number one was Beyonce, which I knew it was gonna happen.
Thank her right now. Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce. I'm not that big of a Beyonce fan, but it's because I think I was listening to Two Hands to Heaven. Cowboy Carter, not my favorite album. I do like what she's doing for the culture, though. That's why I think Beyonce has shown up on my top 5 this year and
For the
last year.
culture.
For the culture. For the culture.
What culture?
For culture.
For the Beyonce culture.
No, she's doing it for like the Black culture.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Oh my god! It's the morning. Okay, these are the early shifts are crazy for me because I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, what culture? Wait, so okay, tell people, for those who don't know, who your top 5 are. Beyonce number 1. Thank you so much, Beyonce, for everything.
Thank you so much,
you've done
Beyonce.
for
I had
us.
Wizkid, which makes sense.
Makes so much sense.
I love Wizkid.
We love the ad libs of Wizkid.
Yeah.
We love the sounds he makes.
Wizkid and Burna Boy, like the ad libs and the sounds that they
Crazy.
make. Oh, insane.
I walk around singing their ad libs, not even the songs.
No, was it the Burna Boy song where it's like, yeah.
We were saying that all the time. We were in the car for no reason.
And we just
We were
work
just-
into it, and we make the ugliest sounds ever. One thing about us, we love ugly
We
sounds.
love an ugly sound.
And then, so I had Beyonce, Wizkid, J. Cole, of course.
Of
J.
course.
Cole is on my top 5 every single year. This year, though, he's moved down to top 3.
Yeah, because you're upset with him.
I'm upset with him. I did send
Personal
him
beef.
DM.
Did you really? Saying what?
I'm so disappointed in you for not standing up for Palestine.
Oh. She acts like she knows him so well. She's like, I just know you could do better, my brother.
I know you could do better. He hasn't said anything. So I'm kind of upset with him.
Yeah.
And then number 4.
دزلي حطه
Tariq's holding the mic. He's like, I have things to say.
Are you going to beat him up?
Didn't he lose the beef?
He
tapped out.
deleted.
He tapped out of the beef.
Didn't he delete something?
Yeah, he deleted a diss
He
track.
can't handle beef.
Yeah.
He's vegan. You look, he is a vegan boy. I'm sure he's vegan.
Sure, yeah. And then I think it was Chapel
Bro.
Roan.
I don't know. You were calling me. I don't know how she got on there. What are you talking about? You were playing her nonstop at some
I
point.
was, yeah. No, her album honestly was
8.
great. Who else was in my? Oh, Omar Apollo. I'm trying to say Omar, not Omar.
Oh my god.
Omar Apollo. Oof. I've been in my
Omar. Phase.
Omar. I'm not gonna say Omar.
It's like DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Please, I'm not going to be DJ
I'm
Khaled.
not gonna be like Khaled.
Like, I'm Arab.
Yeah, but Omar Apollo. I've been listening to him nonstop, but I'm surprised that Doechii didn't make it in my top 5 because
You
know
have been
I'm-
standing her for years.
I
Years,
really have. Ever since her "Oh, the Places We'll Go" album, where she had Yucky Bucky fruitcake, I've been like raving about Doechii for years. For years.
You know, I didn't know. I don't think a lot of people knew she had the vocals. I didn't know until Tiny Desk. Then I was
Really?
like, whoa. Like, I liked her voice, but mom is ditched, you know, I didn't get in there and really like vibe with her. And so I started Tiny Desk. I was like, oh my God, your range is so crazy.
It's the range and it's the talent, honestly, like the style that she does. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people heard of her when she did What It Is. Because What It Is, I think she did it as like a commercial pop hit just to put her name on the
I'm sure
map.
her label told her you have to do
I'm
something
sure,
like that. Yeah.
She talked about it in her new album. But what I like about this current album, like, I mean, she did it also in her past one. She gets really like raw and like and real and says the things that usually people would be ashamed of. She reminds me of SZA in that sense.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So that's why I love her. I love what she's doing now, and I love that she's getting the praise that she deserves. You know what I mean? And she was on the Colbert show.
Yeah.
Her performance. Colbert? Is
No,
it Colbert?
Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert.
Colbert,
Yeah. She did an amazing job, and then her NPR Tiny Desk
was phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah, she's really underrated. But I think 2025, I think we're gonna see her like on the come up, hardcore.
She's already on the come up.
More so than now, though. Like really more so than
I
now.
hope so. Yeah,
I think it's kind of like Doja, right? Like they have their own specific weird style, but once they break in, I think they become like huge.
What about you? What's on your Spotify Wrapped?
To nobody's surprise, my top artist is Mustafa the poet, and my top song is Iman. Or is anyone shocked? Is anyone a bigger Mustafa stan than me at this point?
I don't think anybody knows Mustafa at this point.
But, okay, pause.
من Mustafa. I saw it. I'm like, what is she listening to?
Who the Mustafa?
Okay, people who know.
No, I know. You've introduced us to Mustafa.
But also specifically Iman, I think that's one of my favorite songs in the world, in like ever. Like the lyrics are crazy, his voice is crazy. I love the songs that he makes. They're so relatable, especially if you're Middle Eastern, whether it be like Middle Eastern raised outside. I think that really hits. Like it's a very specific lifestyle where you sort of like you know like you're so attached to your roots, but at the same time you're grounded in the West. So it's like, I don't know, like I think he really understands that intersection of people really well. I just cannot believe I said intersection and it's not even 11 a.m. and I haven't even had my coffee. What am I trying to prove right now? Anyways, so yeah, he was my top artist. My second top obviously has to be Billie Eilish.
Of course.
My second top song was What Was I Made For? No one is shocked. Nobody is shocked. I literally say meow, 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 meow. I'm half the time like meow, 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 meow. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I listen to that song and instead of saying the lyrics, I say the meow meows.
She meows.
My top third is Coldplay, then it's Joji, and then it's Dominic Fike. Everything makes sense.
It makes sense.
Everything makes sense.
So you.
And then obviously in songs, you know, Love Me JJ was my third.
Yeah.
Because I kept playing it. It was my
Love
summer.
Me, JJ,
it was my summer tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good tune.
It was our summer tune too, though.
Yeah.
We were playing it a lot in the car together.
But I think I replayed my top 5 songs so much that there was no way that they were not going to be. Like, it wasn't that I like played them a lot during the year. It was just like when I was into them, I would just replay them.
But same. So you put Metamorphosis in my top 5 because it was my 5th song, and I was like, oh my God, that's because of Zainab. And then my 4th was End of Beginning because of obviously the internet. Like,
yeah.
And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel like when you don't hold my hand, I'm like, what the she doing?
So before Spotify Wrapped comes out, I'm always like sweating because I'm like, oh my God, how bad is this? Am I going to be able to share this? Because I do want people to think I'm cool.
I want people to think I'm not listening to the Hannah Montana album, which sometimes
I
you do.
don't want people to think like I'm, you know, some like basic bitch or something. So I'm like, no, I need it to be like to showcase my personality. I need to be like mysterious. You know what I mean? But nothing about my Spotify Wrapped this year was mysterious. Shared it anyway.
Mustafa and Joji put me in a more mysterious realm than you. Because everyone's like, who's Joji? I'm like, he's the greatest artist ever, and he's so underrated. But I don't want Joji to make it too big.
Yeah.
Selfishly,
because she's gatekeeping.
No, it's not that I'm gatekeeping. I'm like, I don't want his music to change. His music is crazy.
Yeah, it is a shame. Like I feel like a lot of times when people blow up, their music does change.
It's the labels,
like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Oh my God, The Weeknd.
When House of Balloons.
House of Balloons, the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone is still one of my favorite songs by The Weeknd, and that album, the trilogy, he's never made an album as good as that. I'm sorry. The way he's changed is just, it's not my vibe. Like we like The Weeknd for that Weeknd.
Oh,
No, not the club.
but now he makes club music.
That's the thing. He makes music for the club, but I like the Weeknd when he was, like.
No, I didn't care for the Weeknd as much then, but my best friend Olivia did, and so she put me on him, and I was like, oh, this is actually good, and I liked him to get in my feels and to get in my thoughts. Now I like him for literally like party music. Like I'm at a birthday, I'm like, let's put the Weeknd. Literally,
I don't know, and even the way he constructed songs back then, it was very unconventional. Like he wasn't very like overly produced or commercial. It was so like for example, Rolling Stone. Like to this day, Rolling Stone is one of my all-time favorite songs. And if you look at the video, if you've ever seen the video, so the entire video is him sitting and singing it while he's doing a photo shoot, and the pictures that were taken from that video are actually the cover of that album. All right, shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. This is gonna be maybe how the friendship ends here on the pod.
No.
It might.
Do you think so?
No, I don't. I don't. No. But just, this is gonna be our trailer. This is how it all ends.
The end.
Okay. Let's get into these spicy.
If you want to end it, you need to like fight physically.
Oh, you want
No.
a cat fight?
No, look at her nails. Literally.
Mia has a broken nail, so that's the first thing that I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah, honestly. Like I'm trying to like not have my nail break right now, and I'm just no. Anyways, let's get into those spicy questions.
Okay. You want to ask the first one?
Okay. Have you ever been secretly annoyed by something that I did and didn't tell me? Yeah, I know. But you tell me.
I'll tell you. No, but one thing, I'll tell you now.
Okay.
One thing that it's not a secret, and I think I find it so annoying when I ask you, I'm like, for example, if I'm ordering food, I'll be, do you want anything? And you're like, no. And then I get my food and she eats my food. And I'm just like, no. And then she'll stand over my head. And I hate that when someone's just like standing over and she'll be like, she'll eat my food. And I'm like,
but I only do it with fries. I'm super specific. I want your fries.
With fries?
Yeah.
Not just fries.
What else? What else? Because it's only fries that I have zero self-control with. I don't want any.
Yeah.
And then
she'll be like, that's why, remember when we went to BBT the other day when we went to Red Town? She was like, I don't want fries. And I'm like, I ordered an extra fries. And guess what, you guys? She ate fries.
Yeah.
She couldn't
I
stop.
can't, I'm always like, I don't care for fries. And the second I see fries, the second I smell that hot potato.
And I'm just like, I'm the kind of person where it's like, I will share once I'm like ready to share. I don't mind sharing. Just like
Joey doesn't share food.
Joey doesn't share food. No, especially when it comes to food. Like I haven't, because I'm very specific with the way I eat things.
Yeah.
With the way I put things in my plate or whatever. So it's not that I don't want to share. It's just like I have a specific vibe of how I want to eat. So don't ruin it for me. Once I'm done, I will give you.
Once I'm done, I will give you the leftovers.
Yes, you can have my leftovers or order your own food.
Honestly, this is definitely a problem of like a middle child. It's giving middle child so hard. Like as an only child, I don't care.
I'm a middle child who's had to share so many things.
She's like, I'm not sharing my food
So
anymore.
one thing I don't want to share is my food.
I'm pushing forward.
What about you? What is something that I do that annoys you?
Oh my God, this is so funny. Sometimes you're on the phone forever. Like I'll be in your room, I'll be in your building, I'll be like in your building, in your house, and you have a phone call, and I'm like, she's still on the phone. Oh my God. And it's bad because we are both phone chatters. So in a sense, I get it. But like sometimes I'm here for like a specific period of time, or we're trying to finish something, and she's like yapping away. And I'm like, this is the world's biggest. She's literally a professional yapper. We have a podcast. She's not gonna end.
I mean, I put it in my bio. I said professional yapper.
Yeah. So I'm like, she's having a professional yap right now.
Yeah. And then Mia's just like, I've clocked you
I'm
doing
just
it recently where you're like,
I'm done now.
come on, like I'm here. And I'm like, wait, this is your home. Like, just be comfortable.
Yeah,
and
and
like,
the thing is, and Zainab's head, she's like, yeah, like Mia's always here anyways. What's the problem?
So like, what's the problem? Just make yourself comfortable. Get on
I
a
have to
phone
go.
call. And then she reminds me, she's like, I have to go. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I have an actual home.
Next one is, if you had to set me up with someone, who would it be and why?
Okay, so I've said this to you before, but I think you know, Jared Freed.
I don't see it. I don't get it.
So because I've listened to his podcasts and like I love him so much. Like I've been a stan of him for years. He's so specific. Because he's so specific and you're so specific, I actually think you guys would make a great couple. Like I can see it. He's really funny, and I think he would make fun of you in a way where you you would find really funny and endearing. Like I just think you guys would really hit it off.
If he's over 185 centimeters, that's fine.
He is. He's tall.
Is he
He's
tall?
tall, and I think he's like 39. I think he's 39 or 40.
All right, Jared Fried, slide in the DM.
Like I don't know. I see it.
For you, I don't know. Like I don't have a specific person, but I know like a type. But like I pause. Like we both have a huge crush on this celebrity, but I feel like he would be more your type than mine.
Okay.
Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, he's like my all-time biggest celebrity crush.
So he used to be my biggest celebrity crush back in like Sons of Anarchy days. But I feel like he's like you and him would look so good together.
Thank you so much. I fully agree.
But also like at the same time, I would love like an older guy for you, like a you know, a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year guy.
He's a little over that, but I still think we'd be so cute together, which is so weird because we both don't like blonde, blue-eyed men.
Right?
Like we don't care for that.
Charlie Hunnam is just a different type of blonde. I'm sorry.
It's like he's not blonde.
Yeah.
Like he's so manly, he's not even blonde.
I know. So yeah, I would say someone who's like older, someone who would like shower you with gifts and compliments.
Someone who's silent, apparently.
Who's
also
silent? Is he silent?
He gives silent, mysterious vibes.
He does. Yeah.
She's okay.
No, but we don't need Black Cat vibes.
No, but he's not. I don't think he's Black Cat.
You think he's golden retriever?
I think he's a golden retriever because the way he talks about like his girlfriend, he's had the same girlfriend for like 100 years now. So cute. I love that for them.
That's so sweet. Yeah, but Charlie Hunnam,
we love you.
Definitely could see you.
Friend of the pod.
Charlie Hunnam, friend of the pod.
In my head. Best friend of the pod. Anyways, okay. What's the pettiest fight we've ever gotten into? We can answer this because it was Halloween.
Halloween. Okay, story time. Story time. So Halloween, we took over the music because there was none. They were playing it from the TV. Nobody could hear it. So we ended up going back to my place, getting the speakers, and then we ambushed.
Wait, in the Hus car.
And
for some reason. I was like, get my keys.
We took the Hus car, went to my house, got the speakers, came back, and then we were like, okay, we're taking over. So we start DJing. Everybody was having a good time. Music was great. Mia cannot play a song for longer than 10 seconds.
No, like after more than halfway for the song, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I can listen to the song and then I'm like, okay, it doesn't have to end. I'm done. We don't need a third chorus.
We don't need it. Anyways, so everybody obviously was like, play this, play that. No. It was really annoying.
I like thought and no one's ever happy. People be like, oh, do this, do that.
Yeah. And then like some people would enjoy a song and then some others would be like, no, we don't want to hear this. So you're trying to please everyone. And then we start playing Chapel Rowan.
Yeah.
Good luck, babe.
Yeah.
And then someone starts yelling. This chick we don't even know, she starts yelling. She was like, no. Why? We don't want this. Right? It started like that. I just heard someone like off the top of their lungs just go crazy.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I turn around and I see her yelling at Mia. And she was like, are you Gen Z? Are you Gen Z? And I remember you were just like trying to be like, oh, here you go, babe. You were giving her the phone. You're like,
I was like, because my thing is if I don't know you and you're showing signs of aggression, my first initial thought is you're psychotic.
She was so aggressive. And then me, of course, as Mia's friend, I'm like, she and another friend of mine, they squared up like we're taking her down. Because like
I'm like, guys, she might be going through psychosis. Just let her at TJ if it makes her feel better. Because she's kind of freaking me out right now.
No, she was getting aggressive. Yeah, she was getting
face.
closer. And I remember I just turned around and all I see was you being like, okay, here you go. Change the song. And all she was doing, like, you're trying to give her the phone and she was like, are you Gen Z? Just answer me this. Are you Gen Z? So I pull up and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she's like, I pull up.
She pulls up.
I pulled up.
She's doing gang signs.
I came in and I stood next to you and I was like, what's going on? And then she was like, what did she say after? Are you Gen Z?
I don't know. I have no idea what she said.
I just remember she was like, you guys are ruining the party or something, or you guys are not playing songs, no, whatever.
I don't know.
And then I told her, babe, we started the party.
Yeah, like there was no one on the dance floor before
and then
us.
she was like, she started like to
Yeah.
because I was like, nobody was dancing before we came. And we started the party. And she was like, yeah, you're right. But like, no, whatever.
She
and I was like,
completely went down.
yeah. And then I was like, so I told her, I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, we accept constructive feedback. And if you have something to say, you could have said it nicely. There was no need for all of this. And then she was like, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
But the worst part is like, because I think everyone was so freaked out by her, like the dance floor emptied out. So she looked insane. Like she was just in the middle, like screaming. And it's like, girl, like you just killed the party.
And so she apologizes to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's fine. But then
because I think by then I'd walked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is very typical of me. I'm leaving.
And then she goes after Mia, tries to apologize. And Mia was like, fine.
A hug. Pause.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Like, I think as a rule, if you don't know someone and you just show sign of aggression and then she wouldn't take no. She was trying to like grab me. I freaked out because I'm very weird with that. Like I'll hug people if they're normal. You just showed me that you were aggressive and crazy. I do not want you to touch me. Like I'm done now.
I know.
I've already left. Like I have literally
and you
left.
kept telling her like it's okay, fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm like,
and
don't
she
touch
kept
me.
coming towards you, trying to hug you, like forcing a hug on you.
That's when I flipped.
And then Mia, like she was like so calm and like I wouldn't say
about
cool, like you were calm and cool, and then something just flipped, and then you're like, "Khalas, ma bish fi hadi."
Yeah. I flipped to Quady. I was like, I don't want. What's wrong with her? Because I don't want you to touch me. I'm so specific with that, and I think a lot of girls are. We don't necessarily want to be grabbed.
Yeah, when someone's like, "Khalas," you see someone backing off, and you're coming towards them and trying to force a hug. Like, babe, what are you doing?
Yeah, we don't have to be affectionate with one another. I don't know you ultimately.
Honestly.
I don't know you, and also like you just kind of killed the party. And after that,
no, she killed it. It was dead.
There was no more dancing after that. If you noticed, no one was on the dance floor.
So here's where the petty fight. Here's where the petty fight starts. So then I see Mia in a mood. Yeah. And I try to go give Mia a pep talk, like, F her, no, don't let her bring your mood down. And Mia doesn't want to have a pep talk right now.
I'm done.
So she's done. So she starts giving me attitude, and then I get mad at her.
And then halfway through,
we're both mad at the same chick. Why are we not
halfway
mad
through?
at
We're
each
like,
other?
wait, we're not mad at each other. We're done with this.
No, and then we walked off. We just were like, whatever. We walked off. 5 minutes later, we see each other across the dance room. We start smiling. They're like, "Come here!"
And we ran to each other's arms. And
yeah,
that was the
funniest fight ever. That was hilarious because I remember we laughed after. We were like, "What is this?"
And there was one girl who was looking at us, and she saw the whole thing happen. And I just saw this girl. I was like, "These people are insane. These girls are not okay." Anyways,
if you had to describe me in one word to someone who's never met me, what would it be?
The best. The
Aww.
best. The best.
The best.
What would it be for me?
The greatest.
Just a one up me or something. She's like,
no, if I had to, I don't know. I hate this word though, but I would say it's not even a word.
Okay.
It's a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
But you're definitely like the life of the party.
Everyone always says that.
You're lively.
Yeah.
Maybe if that's
Listen, party don't start till I walk in, as the great author, poet, and historian Kesha once said.
Shout out Kesha.
Shout out Kesha, friend of the pod.
All right. And now we're going into relationship tea.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. What's the most questionable dating decision I've ever made?
You know which one.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
When you dated that ex that apparently didn't want us to be friends.
That was so questionable of me. But we weren't friends yet. But I think he knew.
Friends yet. No.
He might be a lot of things, but he had foresight. He was like, this is not going to end well.
I feel like a lot of guys don't like me being friends with their wives or girlfriends because I'm going to be opening up the girlfriend or wife's eyes where I'm like, your man is not it.
It's funny.
What about me? It's probably before you met
It was
me.
before, yeah, for sure. It's when you decided to stay with that person that you had to call the police on to look for.
Ooh. Oof. Yeah.
That was crazy.
That one definitely was crazy. Yeah.
Story for another day. Story for the Patreon. If we ever have a Patreon.
Also, you guys, this was not in Kuwait.
Yeah.
This was
Oh,
not in
yeah.
Kuwait. I would never do that in Kuwait. But
that
yeah,
was in New
it
York.
was in New York. Had to call the cops
That's quite
for
questionable.
him, but he liked to say on him, which now I'm like, yeah, I called the cops on you.
Yes, I did.
Can't believe that was brought up. Anyways,
okay with that one?
yeah, whatever. Would you rather date someone who's too clingy or too distant, and why?
Too distant. Because if you're too distant, no. Because if you're too distant, at least I'll be like, why aren't you here? Like, I'll want you to be there. If you're too clingy, I gotta break up with you. No. If you're too clingy, I have to go. That's gonna be crazy. But if you're too distant, like, I almost want you more. You know, I'm like, I miss you so much. Where are you? Give me attention. You know what I mean?
Wow, we are so different. We are so different.
You guys want us too clingy?
I'd rather, yeah. If I hate both,
Yeah, same.
but I will take too clingy over too distant.
Too clingy will gross me out.
No, because if he's too distant, I will become clingy, and then I'll gross myself out.
Yeah, but I don't want to get the ick. Like, I'm not icking myself
No,
another time.
If he's too clingy, I could just mute his calls. Like, you know what I mean? Until he learns. But
Interesting.
actually, I because I'd have the comfort of knowing that, like, this man is just so obsessed with me. He's never gonna. But maybe I feel like sometimes I'll be like, just go
Yeah,
away.
but does that not reflect our attachment styles and or our how we are just in general? Of
Probably,
course,
yeah.
and avoid and be like, oh, I can deal with distance. Can't deal with clingy.
And I'm like, I can't deal with distance because I have an anxious attachment style. Do I have an anxious attachment style?
Definitely more anxious.
Yeah.
Well, this way this works.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever kept a secret from someone that you were dating, and what was it?
Yes, that my mother would probably hate his guts.
Oh, okay.
No, not really. Like, it wasn't that big of a secret. I don't know. Have I ever kept a secret?
So many. Honestly, so many. You don't have to know.
I don't remember, honestly.
It's a hard
Probably
one to
wasn't-
answer, actually.
Yeah, it probably wasn't that important. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, mine are, I think I've kept the same secret with everyone that I've ever dated, which is my friends hate you so much and they want me to leave you. And I always did in the end. I was like, yeah, don't think I like you much either. So, like, obviously, everyone in my life has hated people that I've dated. Like, across the board, for them, except for maybe one person that was like very brief. Everyone was always like, why are you dating him? We hate him. And I was always like, yeah, I hate him too, honestly.
Deep down inside.
Deep down. And I was just like, oh, it's going to be a bit tough. But I would, and they would usually be like, oh, why don't we hang out with your friends? And I'd be like, oh, they're busy. They're not that busy. They just don't want you there. So yeah, across the board, it's been quite tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
doing
that
that
says
anymore.
a lot about us, where our friends really hate the person that we're with. My family, well, not my parents, my siblings used to hate my ex-husband. They used to find it so annoying when he would try to hang out with us, and my sister especially.
I can
My
imagine
sister,
Fatima making him feel horrible about his existence.
No, but you know what? Looking back at it, now, I'm like, good job. No, because when she used to come visit us, she would go get like little snacks for herself and put them in the fridge, and he would eat them all.
It's not even his home.
It is his home, actually.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's really not his home. You're a guest. The husband is a guest until he dies. In our home, he will be a guest.
What's one thing you think you always get wrong about love?
I think I always looked at love as almost like, like it'll come when it comes and like all of that. And now I think I look at it as more like it's something that I have to foster and grow. Not when it comes to my friendships, like again, like I'm super healthy with my friends, but when it comes to like romantic relationships, it's something that I have to foster and grow, and it's something that I actually have to allow myself to open up with. Like I used to think like, oh, when I be in love, I'll open up naturally. No, it's not gonna naturally happen. I have to work on being more open to it.
Yeah,
rather than waiting for it to happen to me, like because I'm very closed off when it comes to that. So yeah,
yeah.
learn to open up.
Learn to open
What
up.
about you, Zainab? This is the deep section of the podcast.
Oh my
when we're
God.
deep.
Mine would be that you cannot fix them, girl. Because I like me a little fixer upper. I don't think this is news to anyone.
Nope, she loves a project.
I
Bob
like
the
a
Builder.
project. I really am Bob the
Yeah.
Builder. But that's one thing that I think I've changed now is that I'm not like giving benefit of the doubt. And once my boundaries have been crossed, like I'm not saying like throw in the towel immediately, but I think when I see enough red flags, it's time for me to leave. Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of times I stay longer than I need to in a relationship because I hope that the person will change or I believe that they can change. But yeah, I think that's one thing that I got wrong, that you cannot
Build a boy.
go into build a boy, and you cannot go into a relationship thinking that you can change the person.
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
Yeah.
All right. If you could say one thing to an ex, any ex, what would it be?
Remember how you thought that I was too good to be true and that you didn't deserve me? You were right. You are so right. You are a loser, and I am so glad that I am not with you. And that's it. And I hope that you are suffering out there. Not really suffering, but I get a kick out of seeing that they're not doing so well.
Zainab, she's for the people.
Not that they're not doing so well, but like, obviously, like when I've had a glow up and you've had a glow down. Why are you? You know what I'm
I know
talking about?
exactly what you're talking about. I'm happy. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, like honestly,
Congratulations on winning the war.
This person, like the reason why I say this about this guy specifically, because this was the ex that I think I loved the most.
Babe, you let him win battles, but you won the war.
I won the war.
Mine is pretty short and sweet. It's like, comment, subscribe, because I know you're watching every episode.
All right. Wild card questions.
Let's go.
Which reality TV show would I be in and why?
You'd be in Love is Blind, Arabia.
Really?
It's not Arabia, it's Love is Blind, Habibi. You would. I think because, okay, pause. Because I think when as far as I'm concerned, from just being next to you and being your best friend and everything, I think when guys meet you, they don't realize the depth that you have, because like I think they get distracted by the laughter and like like the fact that you're beautiful and you're fun and you're giggly and you're bubbly and like your colorful nails and your outfit. So I think they just see this almost like cartoon version. No, but it is like it's a cartoon version of this like girl, and they don't realize they don't have the story behind you sometimes, and they fail to understand that no, like you've been through like an insane journey, like she's
lived many lives.
She has. You've had so many like different phases, and so I think I would love for a guy to meet you without seeing you, because I think they could actually really connect to your soul, because I think your soul is, if possible, even more beautiful than the body that you're in. Truly, you're so special.
She's gonna make me cry.
No, real.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Mine is so shallow.
No, I know which one, and I agree.
I think it's a given.
Yeah, of course.
Love Island.
Of course. Of course.
I don't think we need to explain that. No. Mia on Love Island, I think you'd be perfect.
Thank you so much.
I think you would win. I think you would walk in and people would be like, oh, she's just an airhead. And you would let them believe that. You would let them believe that, but you would play it so smart and strategic.
And plus, let's face it, I'd crack all the funniest jokes.
Yes.
I'd crack the jokes.
And I'd be like,
I'd have the fun.
Funny.
I'd build the friendships. I feel like I would leave there with like a girl gang.
She would get all the girls
on her side. Let's go.
Side. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I team up with the funny guy as well.
Yeah.
And that's it. The end.
The end.
Yeah.
Your turn to ask the next one.
What's a celebrity rumor that you secretly believe is true?
Pause. This one I'm so into, and I want it to be true.
Okay.
Beyonce cheating with her bodyguard, Julius, I think, or Julian or something like that. There are so many rumors for years that her and her bodyguard are together and that the song Bodyguard was about him.
Damn.
And I believe it. I want to believe it.
I want to believe it too,
please,
honestly.
Like, have we seen Jay-Z also? Yeah, I mean, she dragged him in the Lemonade album. How can you respect a man after you, like, what's the word?
I think
Scrutinized him.
She really aired the dirty laundry for
She
everyone.
aired the dirt. She scrutinized him in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And aired the dirty laundry. You dragged him to filth in front of everyone. How do you respect him after that? And honestly, look at Jay-Z, Annie.
I mean, he looks like Basquiat right now a little bit with his hair.
Does he?
Does he still have the
Yeah,
Basquiat
he does
hair?
kind of have.
He might.
I don't know. Does he?
I don't know. Anyways, let us know, Jay.
What about you?
That the Kardashian clan are like the most powerful people in Hollywood. I feel like Kris Jenner really is. Like, Kris Jenner is the Illuminati. She's the mafia. She is actually the president of the United States. Like, I truly believe that, like, they are behind everything.
Yeah,
like,
the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. All right, last one. If you could relive one day of your life, what would it be and why?
Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but you know how sometimes you have the most random perfect days of your life? There is one random perfect date that I had back when I was in uni in London with my mom and dad. I came back from school and I was like working on something and I was in my room and like, I can't remember why. I just remember that day in class. It was so uneventful, but it was perfect. And then coming back home, everything was still so normal in my life. You know, I still had my dad and I think I had a friend coming over later that day, and it was just one of those moments where I remember walking in their room and I was like, oh, my friend's coming over, and like just chatting to them, and then I just jumped in, like I just jumped on the bed and I started acting crazy, and mom's like, what are you doing? And like it was just one of those like really carefree moments.
Yeah.
I just would love to relive that day in particular, even though it was so uneventful. It was just so like, I think the calm before the storm, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew, getting emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine, I think has a similar sentiment. I would say it was 2011, 2012. I'm not quite sure, but my parents came to the US, and Fatma, my sister, came to the US. My brothers also traveled we all met up in DC. And even though I was married at the time and my ex-husband was part of the memory, but I wouldn't mind reliving that day because we were all like together as a family, going out, like, you know, just seeing my brothers with my dad, and obviously because like my dad was alive at the time. And it was just such a wholesome like family moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think a lot of times people think that it's so special to relive the craziest moment of your life, but a lot of times it's actually not. It's reliving the mundane, normal things, because that's the beauty of life. It's these small moments.
Yeah. And I have like I don't know why this memory stuck with me. Like we were sitting in like this Georgetown area next to the harbor, the waterfront or whatever. And we were sitting in a like nice little small cafe. And then my dad got up with my brothers and my ex-husband, and they just went to have a smoke, and they were laughing and chilling. And me and my mom and my sister were laughing and chatting and watching them. And that to me was just such a nice moment, and I would want to relive that.
I think ultimately, like your life is made up mainly of these like small, mundane, beautiful moments. So it's so important to just appreciate them, because the big life-changing events, like the things that are huge that you think you're waiting out for your whole life, they happen so far and few between. So I think just appreciating every small moment and making it special is the best thing you can do for yourself.
Aw, mic drop.
Mic
Look
drop.
at you. Mia.
I know sometimes,
Mia with the wisdom.
sometimes I let the mask slip, and I actually show people that there's a brain behind all the
there's
insanity.
some depth.
Yes. Mask back on. Let's go. So I think it's a good time to stop.
I think that's the end of the episode. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you want us to do more of these random, you know, just pointless episodes.
No, it's just catching up.
Yeah, just catching up.
Girl
chatting.
hangs.
Yeah, girlhood. Just let us know.
Yeah.
And also, if you liked this episode,
like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, anything below 5 stars. And I don't know, the ghost of someone might come haunt you.
The ghost of our dads.
I'm not trying to put that on anyone, but if a ghost comes and haunts you,
This is the second time that we've threatened with the ghost of our dads. All right, you guys, we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
bye.